सद्गुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्दा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Okay, Hare Krishna. I think last 2-3 verses we finished this. 3 verses left. We will finish all the 3 today. So we'll just revise from the beginning all the verses and then we will start. Shri Bhishma Uvacha इतिमतिरूपकल्पिता वितृष्णा भगवती सात्वतपुङ्गवे विभूम्नि स्वसुखमुपगते क्वचिद्विहर्तुं प्रकृतिमुपेयुषि यद्भवा प्रवाहा त्रिभुवनकमनं तमालवर्णं रविकरगौरवराम्बरं ददाने वपुरलककुलावृताननाब्जं विजयसखेरतिरस्तु मे अनवद्या युदितुरगरजो विधूम्रविश्वक् कचलुलिताश्रमवर्यलङ्कृतस्य मम निशितशरैर्विभिद्यमाना कचिविलसत्कवचेस्तु कृष्णात्मा सपदि सखिवचो निशम्य मध्ये निजपरयोर्बलयोरथं निवेश्य स्थितवती परसैनिकायोरक्ष्णा हृतवती पार्थसखेरतिर्ममस्तु व्यवहितप्रतनमुखं निरीक्ष्य स्वजनवधाद्विमुखस्य दोषबुद्ध्या कुमतिमहरदात्मविद्यया चरणरति परमास्य तस्य मेस्तु स्वनिगममपहाय मत्प्रतिज्ञा ऋतमधिकर्तुमवाप्लुतो रथस्था धृतरथचरणोऽभ्ययाचलाद्गुर्हरिरिवहन्तुमिभं गतोत्तरीया शितविशिखहतो विशीर्णधंसा क्षतजपरिप्लुता ततायिनो मे प्रसभमभिससारमद्वधार्तं स भवतु मे भगवान् गतिर्मुकुन्दा विजयरथकुटुम्बात् ततोत्रे धृतः रश्मिनिता श्रीक्षणीये भगवति रतिरस्तु मे मुमूर्षोर्यमिह निरीक्ष्य हतागता स्वरूपम्. So last 3 verses are remaining. We'll finish that today. I'll just recite and then you all can try. Shri Bhishma Uvacha ललितगतिविलासवल्गुहासा प्रणयनिरीक्षणकल्पितोरुमाना कृतमनुकृतवत्या उन्मदान्दा प्रकृतिमगन् किल यस्य गोपवद्वा. Anyone wants to try? Yes, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Shri Bhishma Vacha Lalita Kadivilasavalguha Sapranaya Nirikshana Kalpitorumanaha Kritamanu Kritavatya Vanmaganadaha प्रकृतिमहान् किल यस्य को भवद्भवद्वः.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah. Others? Anyone else wants to try?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Sri Bhishma Vacha Lalita Gati Vilasa Vahasa Pranayana Rekshana Kalpito Rumana Duridamana Krutavatya Unmadanta Prakriti Mahan Kilayasya Gopavata.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So what does this mean? Lalita. Lalita Gati Vilasa Valguhasa. It's a very beautiful shloka actually. So Bhishma Dev is saying, let my mind be fixed upon Lord Shri Krishna, whose motions and smiles of love attract the damsels of Brajadham. Right? So damsels of Raja are always gopis, right? So Lalita Gati Vilasa Valguhasa. So Krishna's all activities, right, are full of love. And you've seen the way Krishna sees, no, the glance. It's always sidelong glances, right? The way he walks, the walking in itself looks like dancing, right? There is Vallabhacharya's Madhurashtakam. Very beautifully it explains, no, how Krishna dances, how Krishna looks, everything about the Lord is Madhuram, right? It's sweet. So here, those sweet activities of the Lord, the smile, the sidelong glances, the way he walked, the way he ran, everything, right, attracts the damsels of Brajadam, that is gopis. Pranaya Nirikshana Kalpitorumana, right? So just by looking at his activities, they started to offer respects to the Lord in their mind. Kalpitor mana, right? Just by looking at his activities, nirikshana, right? And then kritamanu kritavatya. They started to imitate. The damsels imitated the characteristic movements of the Lord, right? And unmadanda, out of ecstasy. They didn't even know they were imitating his activities. They were completely ecstatic and they started to imitate the activities of the Lord in his separation, feeling the intense, heat of separation, right? When they were all doing Rasa dance, the Lord went. The Lord left all of them and went, no? He disappeared. And then all of them just went into the ecstatic state. They went, they got mad. I mean, they went into madness. They didn't know what to do. They were waiting for the Lord. They did not want to miss the Lord. They wanted to dance all night continuously, but Krishna is not there, right? He disappeared. Prakriti magin kila yasya gopavadva. So all these activities completely attract the lotus, the minds of the Lord. And so they started to imitate the activities of the Lord because they are already attracted, the way he walks, the way he talks, the way he looks, right? So that is what Bhishma Dev is explaining over here. Very beautiful. So one specialty, if you see, most of the prayers in Bhagavatam, right? All of them have at least one verse related to the Braj Leela or Vrindavan Leela of the Lord. Otherwise, the prayers do not look complete. Right? So that is what makes Krishna happy, and Krishna's pastimes are completed with only when you glorify Vrindavan pastimes, and Krishna becomes pleased completely again only when he is glorified with his Vrindavan pastimes. When we remind Krishna about gopis, when we remind Krishna about all the Brajavasis, that's when he actually becomes pleased. We saw this in Jagannath Leela, right? That's why Jagannath Leela even happened. Why did Krishna take Jagannath form? Because he was mad. I mean, he went into ecstasy, remembering the pastimes he had in Vrindavan, right? Yeah. So now anyone wants to recite this verse? Deepti Mataji, you want to try?
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Shri Bhishma Uvacha ललितगतिविलासवर्गुहास प्रणयनिरीक्षणकल्पितोरुमाना कृतमनुकृतवत्य उन्मदान्ध प्रकृतिमगन् किल यस्य गोपवद्मा हरे कृष्ण Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, now next verse. We'll finish. This is last but one verse, right? We have one more verse and we are done. मुनिगणनृपवर्यसङ्कुले अन्ता सदसि युधिष्ठिरराजसूय एषाम् अर्हणमुपपेदैक्षणीयो मम दृशिगोचर एषा विरात्मा. Yeah, who wants to recite?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Shri Bhishma Vacha Munikana Sankule Anta Sadasi Yudhishthirajasuyayesam Arhanamubhabeda Ikshaniyo Mama Drshi Kocharayesya Viratma. Hare
Hare Krishna, thank you. Yes, Padma Kirtida Mataji, hearty congratulations on your initiation. You want to try?
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Actually, I'm not very confident with these verses. I'll try, Mataji, once. मणिगणनृपवर्य सङ्कुलेन्तः सदसि युधिष्ठिरराजसूय येषाम् अर्हणमुपपेदैक्षानि ईक्षणीयो मम दृशिगोचर एष आविरात्मा. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Haribol, very nice Mataji. Thank you so much. And yeah, Satyanarayan Prabhu, you want to try?
Yes, Mataji. Sri Bhishma Uvacha Munigana Sankulenta Sadasi Yudhishthirajasuya Esam Arhanamupapade Ikshaniyoha Mama Drishigo Karayesa Aviratma. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Prabhu. So, what does this talk about? Muni Gana Nripa Varya. Varya means all greatest people, right? So, greatest people, greatest assembly of what? Munis and all, great people. Here it is said, no, elite men of the world, the royal learned leaders, and the sages, right? So, all of them were invited where Yudhishthir Maharaj Rajasuya Yajna. So, he performed Rajasuya sacrifice, right? To declare himself the emperor of the world. So he declared. So what happened when actually what happened? They got the Actually, they won the kingdom only after Mahabharat war. But even before that, when they got married to Draupadi and when they returned to the Hastinapur kingdom, they were two crown princes. One was Yudhishthir Maharaj and one was Duryodhan. They thought, okay, they're all dead, so we'll have one more crown prince, and Duryodhan became the Yuvraj. But then later, when they came, they were all shocked to see them. Right? They came, Pandavas came, Kunti Maharani came, and Draupadi also came. And that time they decided to, make the Hastinapur kingdom into two parts and give one part to Yudhishthir and one part to Duryodhan. And when one part was given to Yudhishthir, we all know how powerful the Pandavas are, right? So they took over the entire earth and they became the emperor, right? And it was all done with Krishna. Krishna was right with them, telling them, do this, do that, do that, do this. Right? So no king dared to, fight with them but rather they all agreed for him to become the emperor. So Yudhishthir Maharaj became emperor, and when someone becomes emperor, they should do Rajasuya Yajna, right? So that time this happened, and when Rajasuya Yajna happened, anyone knows what Krishna did? I mean, what service did Krishna take up? Everybody was given some service, no? Because it's a huge yajna, so many people come. We all saw Muni, Gana, and Ripavarya, the entire world comes, right? And to help, I mean, to as the guests. So all of them had to involve in some or the other arrangements, right? So what did Krishna do? Yes, Padma Mataji.
He was washing the feet of all the invitees, Mataji, all the guests.
Yeah, Krishna was washing the lotus feet of everybody, which included Shishupal, which included Duryodhan, which included Shakuni. Can you imagine? And what else did he do? One more thing. Before washing the feet, he did something. What was that? Guesses? So before you wash your feet, what do you do? What do you do before washing the feet?
Remove the footwear.
Remove the footwear. So who did that? Krishna. Can you imagine? Krishna arranged the footwear of all the guests. Then he helped them wash their feet and then they entered the hall. Krishna, being the Lord, never hesitated to do that. Can you imagine? Right? So he was teaching us humility. Even after Krishna teaches, we never get humility in practice. Right? So this is what Bhishma Dev is recalling, and here it is said Arhanam Upapet, and also in that assembly in Rajasuya Yajna, Yudhishthir Maharaj considered Krishna to be the worshipable deity, and he worshipped him. Right? So that's what all the emperors do. And in this here, Yudhishthir Maharaj worshipped Krishna as his worshipable deity in front of so many guests. Right? That's what he is saying. Arhanam Upapeda, because the most deserving, the personality for this worship was Krishna, none other than the Lord. Right? So Krishna was worshipped by one and all, and it's the most exalted personality of Godhead. And he's saying, Mama Drishi Gochara Esha Aviratma. It all happened in my presence, right? Bhishma was also invited, no? So even he went. So it happened during my presence, and I remembered the incident in order to keep my mind upon the Lord, right? So the only way to what does Krishna say? Manmana, right? Think of the Lord. What do you think of? You have to think of the pastimes of the Lord. Otherwise, we are not in the stage where we can think about the pastimes. So what we do, we think about the name of the Lord, right? Always Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Right? Always try and do that. We have to try. Okay, now next shloka. तमिममहमजं शरीरभाजं हृदि हृदि तिष्ठितमात्मकल्पितानां प्रतिदृशमिव नैकधार्कमेकं समधिगतोऽस्मि विधूतभेदमोहा. Swayam Prabha Mataji, you want to try? Hare Krishna. Saujanya Mataji, you want to try? Who else did not try today? All of you tried? Yeah, Keshav Prabhu, you want to try?
Sure, Mataji. After you.
Tamimamaham
Tamimam ajam
Sharirabhajam
sharirabhajam
Hridhi Dishtitam
hridishtitam
Atmakalpitanam
atmakalpitanam
Pratidrishamivanayika
pradidrushamivanaka
Dharkamekam
atha kamekam
Samadigato asmi
samadigato asmi
Vidhutabeda
vidutabheda
Moha.
moha.
Now, what does this mean? So here it's the last verse of Bhishma Stuti, where immediately after this verse, what happens? Anyone knows? After this verse, yes.
Krishna left his body.
Yeah, Bhishma Dev leaves his body. Very nice. That's why the last line reads Samadhi Gato Asmi. I want Samadhi. So what is Samadhi? Samadhi means what? Is it merging with the Lord?
No, Mataji.
Then what did he merge with? Samadhi Gato Asmi is merging, no?
It's like, liberation only, no, Mataji. Final resting place.
Meditating on the Lord, Mataji, completely meditating on the Lord, Samadhi.
Yeah, merging with the thoughts of the Lord. Very beautifully Prabhupada explains in the purport. Samadhi is always merging, right? Mayavedis think it's merging with Brahmajyoti, but for devotees, it's actually merging with the thoughts of the Lord. Manmana, that's the only instruction we have. Krishna says, just think of the Lord. That's it. Right? And Krishna consciousness movement, ISKCON is all about that. Even senior devotees, when you have birthday, when you go and ask their blessings, they say Krishna Mati Rastu. Krishna Mati. Mati means mind. Krishna Mati Rastu means may your mind be filled with Krishna. Can you imagine? Right? That is the backbone of our Krishna consciousness movement. That is the backbone of bhakti. Mind should always be filled with Krishna, nothing else. So his thoughts, he merged his soul, right? Bhishma Dev merged with the thoughts of the Lord, right? Tamimam aham ajam. So he describes the Lord, right? He is ajam, he has no birth, right? So we can read over here. Now I can meditate with full concentration upon that one Lord. Sri Krishna, who is now present before me, because now I have transcended the misconceptions of duality in regard to his presence in everyone's heart. So he's transcended the material dualities. We all have dualities, no? We all come across dualities. What are the dualities which we face in our everyday life? Anyone?
Happiness, sorrow.
Yeah. Happiness, sorrow, crying, laughing. Right? So all these are dualities. Hating, liking, right? We might hate something, we might like something else. We like this color, we don't like that color. So all this is duality. Material world means duality. Spiritual world, there is no duality. There is no the counterpart. That is the difference in spiritual world. Right? In the material world, there is always a counterpart, because in spiritual world there is no counterpart. There is no question of liking. Only when there is something to hate that you can have something to like, right? So when you don't have something to hate, then you don't like anything either. It's universally you like everything. So same way material world has misconceptions of duality, and he's transcended it. When you transcend, then we get situated in what stage? What stage is it called? Yes?
Like, is it samadhi? Like,
Samadhi. In other words,
Nirdvandva, Mataji. Nirdvandva.
Nirdvandva. Yes, Nirdvandva. But what is it called? Like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, what Brahma Bhuta stage it is called. Okay? Mamchaya Avya Bicharena Bhakti Yogena Sevate Sagunan Samatitaitan Brahma Bhuyama Kalpate. Right? So it's called Brahma Bhuta stage where you just completely transcend the material dualities. So whatever happens, right, you don't feel happy. And you because you don't feel happy, you don't feel sad either. So you are neutral to it. That neutral stage is called Brahma Bhuta. There is no happiness, there is no lamentation. Right? It's because material things no longer affect you, they just don't affect you, your soul becomes numb to it, right? And that's called liberated stage. Like Shukadeva Goswami, the Goswamis of Vrindavan, the 6 Goswamis, right, all of them were in that Brahmabhuta stage where it's called transcendental stage, where it is numb. It's like when doctors give you anesthesia, even if they take a knife and cut your body, you'll never feel the pain, no? So that's how they were, because that numbness was due to ecstatic transcendental love. They had attended Krishna Prema, where only what mattered to them was how much happiness their Atma was giving them. From soul, from super soul, they were attracting happiness. Outside happiness was not even reaching them. Outside sadness was not even reaching them. Right? So that stage Bhishma Dev attained. That's what he's trying to say. I have transcended the misconceptions of duality in regard to his presence in everyone's heart, right? So deriving happiness from the presence of the Lord in the heart, that is Paramatma. Soul deriving pleasure from super soul. How do you derive pleasure from super soul? By giving pleasure to the super soul. When you give pleasure, when you do devotion service, when Krishna becomes happy, right, the Krishna gives you more happiness back to you in return. When Krishna takes anything from you, he multiplies it and gives it to you, right? So this stage is called Brahmabhuta stage, and even in the hearts of mental speculators, he's saying Paramatma is present everywhere. Hridi Hridi Dishtitam. In all the hearts he is present, and he is present in the hearts of people who say there is no God also. In the atheist heart also Krishna is present. Right? That's what he's saying. And he is in everyone's heart, just like the sun. The analogy given here is sun is present, right, in the sky. Sun is one, sun is present in the sky, but say every house gets sunlight, no? Every windows, through every window Krishna, I mean sun enters the house, right? So all the houses have sunlight, but there is only one sun. Same way, there is only one Paramatma, but all the heart also has Paramatma. He is not cut into pieces and he enters each heart. It's the same Paramatma present in your heart, and the same Paramatma is present in my heart also, right? Like the sun. Prabhupada says in one of his lectures, if you take 3 buckets of water, right, and keep it in the sunlight, the sun's reflection will fall on the water, right? Each bucket will have one sun, no? You can see the reflection. Is the sun dividing himself into 3 parts? No, sun is one, right? But the perseverance is different, right? I mean, the way you perceive is what differently. So sun may be perceived differently, but he is one. That's what is given here. Okay, so yeah, so after completely involving himself in Krishna Gunagan, Leela Gan, right, then what he says, I have attained samadhi state, that is merging with the thoughts of the Lord. And because he was meditating upon the Lord, it's given over here, meditation with full concentration. About which, on which form of the Lord did Bhishma Dev meditate? Anyone?
the warrior Krishna, the
Hmm?
Parthasarathi.
Parthasarathi form of the Lord. What is Parthasarathi? Meaning?
Charioteer of charioteer of Arjuna.
Charioteer of Arjuna. Partha is Arjuna and he was the charioteer of Arjuna. So because he was always fighting with Arjuna and he was able to see Krishna first, before seeing Arjuna, he had to see Krishna, right? Chariot driver sits in the front and the owner stands at the back. So he was attracted to the form and he was constantly seeing only that form of the Lord. And that's why Krishna gives him darshan in the same form when he comes to see Bhishma Dev. in his last, on his deathbed, right? Krishna comes in the Parthasarathi form only, and he sees the form and he meditates upon it and he dies, right? As in, the soul leaves the body and goes to the Vaikuntha where the Lord is present in the form of Parthasarathi. There are so many Vaikuntha planets, no? In every planet, there is one form of the Lord. And he went to a Vaikuntha planet where Krishna is present in the form of Parthasarathi. Okay? And he continued his devotional service there. Beautiful. So when it is said that if you recite Bhishma Stuti every single day, there is a high probability of you remembering Krishna at the time of death. Right? And it is also said that you have something called as Mukunda Mala Stotra, right? And Bhishma Stuti is just a shorter and more concise form of Mukunda Mala Stotra, because there also it is said, how to remember Krishna at the time of death. Or the prayers are all about praying, asking Krishna to give us the remembrance of the Lord at the time of death. Okay, now one question. So if you are a devotee and say you have practiced devotion service so well throughout your life, will Krishna come at the time of death in Kali Yuga? When you're leaving the body, say you're a highly qualified devotee, okay? You're some Maharaj, right? Remember, just imagine, you are some Diksha Guru, you're some Maharaj, and you're leaving the body. Will Krishna come in front of you?
No, Mataji.
Why?
Their guru will come to take them back because that is the promise of their guru also.
Okay, in person Guru will come. So Krishna won't come?
The guru will take them to Krishna, no, Mataji.
But Krishna also will come. In what form?
कल के रूप में आएगा.
That is avatar. In Kali Yuga, what form Krishna is available?
चैतन्य
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
At the time
Nama.
of death, how will he come to you?
Name, Mataji, name.
Hari bol, just common sense name in the form of the holy name. If we are so fortunate, Krishna ensures we die when Sankirtan is happening around us. Maybe when we go for Harinam Sankirtan, we will give up our life. Or maybe in the hospital bed, some Sankirtan team will come and do Sankirtan for us. They will make sure Harinam is entering our ears somehow. That is one form, holy name. Other forms? Many forms are there where Krishna will come at the time of death.
No, in Bhagavad Gita, he
Bhagavatam.
says, can
Yes.
I?
Yes, ma'am.
In Bhagavad Gita, he says, no, even if we are not in a position to remember him, but if you are a sincere devotee in our life, he himself will come and make us remember him.
Haribol.
Am I right?
Aham smarami madbhakta. Very nice, Mataji. So Krishna will remember us. So in what way? Again, in what form? All these are the ways Krishna is remembering us only. The holy name entering our ears. The next, other forms?
Sloka through slokas. No.
Okay, through shlokas. Other ways? Other than the sound vibration, what other forms are there?
Prasadam, Mataji.
Prasadam, very nice. Right? So what happened? I visit a regular ISKCON center near my house, okay? So once what happened, there was a devotee. That lady is a devotee. Mataji is a devotee, but her husband is not a great devotee, but supports that Mataji in all the devotion services that she does. So he gave up his life. You know how he gave up his life? He was going upstairs. The Sunday feast program was over. They were all going for prasadam. He did not take lift. He is around 65 years old. He did not take lift that day. He took the stairs. It's on the 5th floor. He went, took the stairs and went. And then one devotee went to Vrindavan and came. Okay, so he was giving prasadam to all. That Vrindavan small prasadam you get, no, sweet prasadam. And when he went, the devotee was that side giving distributing prasadam. He called that devotee. He said, "Give me prasadam. I also want." And then he took the prasadam. He ate it, and then he just sat down. and that's it. He never woke up. He never got up after that, right? He ate the prasadam and he gave up his body. Can you imagine? Just because he did Vaishnava seva, his wife was a Vaishnava, right? Just because he was supporting Vaishnava, he went back to Godhead. Like, it is sure, right? I mean, he just ate Vrindavan Dham Prasadam and he gave up his body. It means what? Directly he went to Goloka, right? There is no other, he cannot be reborn at all, right? And but his wife is still offering service in that temple. Can you imagine? Right? So that is the bonus. So Krishna comes in the form of Prasadam. Krishna comes in the form of holy name. Krishna comes in the form of tulsi water, right? Water mixed with, I mean, water offered to the Lord. It has tulsi leaf in it, right? Krishna comes in the form of, what else? Yeah, Japamala. Once Guru Maharaj went to hospital for his regular treatment, he was admitted there. In the next bed, okay, there was one not a devotee, a normal common man, okay. So Guru Maharaj was preaching to him from the day he got admitted. But that soul's mind never got transformed. But that day, okay, because Guru Maharaj told chant and all, that devotee was like, he always keeps asking me to chant. So today, let me say yes to it. And then he said, okay, give me the Japamala, I will chant. So the disciple, Guru Maharaj's disciple, went quickly, got Japamala, Japa bag, everything. By the time he returned, that devotee had given up the body. I mean, that common man, no, that he had given up the body. Can you imagine? Then Guru Maharaj said, because he said yes for chanting, he did not chant because he said yes for chanting, because he made up his mind for chanting, he went back to Goloka. Can you imagine? Not taking birth as a devotee or anything. He went back to Goloka. And why did this happen? Just because it happened before his death. Right? That's why what we do before we die is very important. And because we don't know when we die, every moment becomes important. We don't know when. Now only I might leave my body. I never know. What I'm doing becomes very important. Right? So yeah, so that's about Bhishma Stuti. It teaches us how to leave. Okay, Hare Krishna. Any questions? Anything to add?
Mataji, just a quick doubt. So this Bhishma Stuti, like when they were reciting, is it also in parallel with Vishnu Sahasranama, like, or is it as a different time and this was said as a different time?
Vishnu Sahasranama was different. No, I'm not sure about that. I
Hmm.
think it was before this.
Before this, okay, okay, that's what.
Before Yudhishthir Maharaj came for instructions. That time Vishnu Sahasranam was composed for.
Correct, because the gathering happened the similar way of that as well. So
Okay.
was just
I'm
asking.
not sure about that.
Okay,
Hare Krishna. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Koti Koti Pranams.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you all.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंतकोटि वैष्णविंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. हरे कृष्णा. Thank you all.